is slowing down. Slowing down. Here's my analogy. It's not a new theme, right? When in this world, slowing down. But if you're and sometimes I share it in class. If you're driving in a car, right? Say you're the passenger in a car, and you're on a neighborhood street, average speed limit's like 25. Right? So let's assume that you're actually following the law and going about 20 to 25 miles an hour, and you're looking out the window, and you see the houses passing by as you're moving, right? And you can see the landscapes, and you can see some of the details of the houses, and you can see maybe somebody walking on the sidewalk along the side of the street. You can pick out more of the details, you can take in, you can capture more of what's out there when the car is moving slowly. If in contrast to that, you're on the highway and you're going 65 to, I don't know, maybe some of you are going 85 miles an hour. I don't know how you all drive, but if you look out, if you're the passenger in that same car going that fast and you look out the window, you're not able to pick out quite the same level of detail because the image is just shooting by, it's flying. If you're going fast enough, it actually kind of blurs, like one tree to the next tree. They kind of flow together because you can't even capture the image of one before you're moving on to the next one. And so those details aren't able to be noticed. You miss them. So when we slow down, we're able to pick up some more of the details, right? When we're slowed down, we're able to pick up more of the details of our own lives. When we slow down, we're able to pick up some of the details of our own minds, of our own bodies. Now let's take that and let's apply it to, if you've ever been in an airplane, a commercial airline, you're moving at upwards of 600 miles per hour. But it doesn't, if you look out the window at the ground below, it doesn't look like you're going very fast, right? Our perspective has changed quite a bit. You can still see the details, but because we're up above it looking down on those details, that speed doesn't translate quite the same way. Right? It still seems like you're moving pretty slow actually if you're up high enough in a plane going that fast. Even the clouds seem like they're passing slowly. If you're above the clouds, it's almost like infinitely the same cloud, right? It's just this mass of open space, or even just this repetitive white blanket. So this is a process. First, we have to slow down and think about ground level, right? Just on the ground, slow down, start to pay attention to details. With time, we start to gain a level of mastery, of steadying the mind, of focusing the mind, of taking in those details. And when life begins to speed up, we change our perspective. Even though things start happening quickly around us, with a certain level of mastery, it still can appear very slow. It can still stay very focused, very concentrated. Does that make sense? This is a similar principle taught in a lot of martial arts disciplines. Right, that if you look at, a competition, a martial arts competition, things can move very quickly. And from the outside looking in, it's moving very quickly. But to the student of martial arts, to the people engaged, if they have any level of mastery, from their perspective, things are moving much more slowly. They're seeing it as it's happening. Right, as the hands and legs are moving, they're watching them move, and it's moving at a pace that they can take in those details and they can respond accordingly. It's not, even though to us, Bruce Lee just was like, arms going 100,000 miles per hour, but to him, it looks like that, right? Because he built a level of mastery. So this can show up on our mats. This is what we're using this time for. Slow down, cultivate the skill of observation, of attentiveness. And over time, you start to build that skill so much that when life starts moving quickly around you, you hold that same centeredness, that same attentiveness. And so it doesn't seem so fast, and we can still pick out all the details. And when we know the details, then we get to choose more accurately as to which path we want to take. Right? Where do we want to go? Does that make sense? All right.